Fire Emblem Echoes DLC, the mini-series where we play through all of the DLC in an LP-style format with that little bit of blind factor. Today, we're going to be finishing off all of the DLC and the Rise of Deliverance Pack with the fourth and final bit to it, Siege of Zofia Castle. So, Nintendo's little flavor text for it is, Desai's ambition clashes with the ideals of Zofia and the Deliverance. It's all-out war for the Deliverance. And like the entirety of the other, like the entirety of the pack, this one's no different. Medium difficulty battle map. And for completing it, you get two supports, one with Clive and Forsyth, and one with Clive and Python. And if you fulfill a certain requirement, you get two one-time only prizes. So we will be going over those at the end, both supports and the weapons. So let's get into things. Hopefully it's good. The last map we did, the third one, was pretty good. The first two I really disliked. They were not fun whatsoever, but the third one was pretty solid, so I have some hope for this one. But we'll find out one way or another.
The troops are in position, Sir Slade.
Good. Chancellor Desai needs to learn to finish what he starts. Oh, he managed to put King Lima to the sword, which is well and good. But then he suffers one minor defeat and flees to his fortress? I still can't fathom how 500 knights managed to rout an army of 3,000. But they're knights no more. This Deliverance. They're no better than a pack of rebels, and soon-to-be dead ones at that. Let the artless fools cry for justice all they want. All the powerful houses have already pledged their banners to the Chancellor. The Kingdom of Zofia is as good as his. And this time, we've brought a siege army thrice as strong. Let's see those rats hold the castle walls against 10,000 men. It's only a matter of time now before their defenses buckle.
Clive! Desai's forces have finished assembling outside the castle. They could storm us at any time.
I see. I'd like to think we have an advantage inside these walls, but... well, against such numbers, words like bleak spring to mind. We'll simply have to focus on holding the castle with minimal casualties.
Well said, my love. The king has fallen. If Desai manages to seize the castle as well, then his control of the kingdom will be all but assured. That is the one thing we cannot allow. But at least the enemy only has so many points of incursion. If we focus our defenses around those, we could thwart two armies.
I do hope so.
What is it?
Nothing. Just thinking how lucky I am to have you. Your confidence gives me strength.
Flattery will get you everywhere. I'll tell the others of the plan.
Thank you.
Clive.
Lucas, were you able to confirm it?
Sadly, it is true. He's actually gone and done it.
Disgusting. I did not want to believe Desai had it in him. All the more reason to put an end to his machinations here. This may be our final chance of holding on to Zofia and building her anew. And if we must sully our
Clive! There you are! I'm trying to figure out which station I am to be posted at, but everyone just... am I interrupting something?
It's all right. We're finished here.
Thank you, Lucas.
Of course. I know what to do.
Clive, what is it? You look pale as a newly washed sheet. Has something happened?
Nothing you need trouble yourself with, dear sister. Come, I'll accompany you to your post.
Clive, look. Is that Fernand? Why in heaven's name is he just standing over there?
Again? Fernand, is everything all right? We must get to our stations before it's too late.
Oh, yes. Of course.
I understand how you feel. The tragedy is still fresh in all our hearts. I cannot force you to fight on the front lines, but...
Enough! I said I'll go! Spare me the special treatment. It's insulting.
Fernand, we'll have none of that kind of talk. Can't you see that Clive is simply worried about you?
How he must be hurting.
Yes, he's changed. He never used to snap at us like that. Now he does it all the time. Say anything to him at all and he either ignores it or misconstrues it.
You can't blame him, Claire.
Nor do I blame him. The man has lost his entire family. It just breaks my heart. It's as if the Fernand we knew died along with them. And I want him back. I feel so powerless.
Well, I'm certain Fernand has noticed. He knows that you care. But time is all that can heal him now. We can give him that, can't we? We've known him since we were children. We have to remember how strong he is, and know he can overcome this trial.
Of course. You're right. I should not have yelled at him so. He didn't deserve it. I shall try harder to give him the space that he needs.
Good, then.
But just so you know, that means I'll be in your hair more often.
When are you not?
Hey, you and I both know I don't bother you all that much. You're lucky you have someone like me to keep you on your toes.
He is lucky indeed. And yet, who do I have left? Gods, look at those numbers! I've never seen so many soldiers in one place.
And I guess it's true. All the powerful houses have sworn allegiance to Desai's camp. The damn cowards wouldn't even have noble titles without the king. And now they lick the boots of his murderer? Fie on them all!
I know what you're trying to say, but Lima wasn't exactly the best king. He spent his days stuffing his face and womanizing while his people starved. So raise your hand if you weren't at least sort of thinking good riddance. Hell, the nobles were just as happy to see him go as the starving commoners.
Please, don't ever say that in front of Sir Clive. Nothing excuses what they've done. Desai and his sycophants have plunged Zofia into chaos.
You sure about that? Some would say it's the Deliverance what's plunging Zofia into chaos. We're the ones who chose to drag this war out, after all. Common folk don't give a whit which noble cheeks plop down on the throne. They just want to put bread on the table and continue drawing breath. How do you know they don't want us to lay down arms and let things be?
Python!
I'm just putting it out there. We'd be fools not to at least consider it. Be that as it may, they've a disgusting number of soldiers out there. Not even the castle walls will keep us safe forever.
Forsyth, Python, a moment if I may.
Sir Lucas? What's the matter? This isn't your post.
Let's just say I have a problem that's weighing on my mind. And I'm thinking that the two of you might be able to help me with it.
Do go on.
Well, okay. That was a lot of build-up. I mean, it kind of puts all of them together. You know, we've taken 3 maps, they've been like chunks of characters, and now they're all together for one big battle. And that's exciting for me, especially seeing that it's a defend map. Defense missions are my favorite missions in Fire Emblem, so I have a lot of hope for this. I really hope this turns out good. If the enemy seizes this area, you will be defeated. Where is the enemy? Ah, okay. Okay, and we have how many turns? 9 turns. Okay, we got a cookie, dried meat, steel lance, javelin, iron lance, leftover bread, and an iron bow. Okay. Honestly, unless we have, like, people coming in from the sides, like spawning or something, I don't see... Actually, that's not even part of the map up there. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't just
Allow me.
double all the way back and make a choke point. Who has the highest defense here? 9, 8, 9, 8, 7. Fine,
Nothing
okay.
will stop me.
I also really have been enjoying, while the first 2 maps we played were garbage, I have very much been enjoying the story aspect to this, all the dialogue, the characterization, especially for Fernand. Fernand was the one...
Cut those rebel scum into tiny rebel pieces. Let's see how long you last against a force this size, Sir Clive. I wager it won't be long at all.
So, Fernand was the one I really wanted to see characterized more, because he is the one I really knew least about. That is a mage. Okay, so that one is going to be a problem. I also want to make sure we have tiles to worry about. So, gotta pay attention, because there's the whole inside is just plain. Okay. But Fernand definitely makes a whole lot more sense. Like, his bitterness started from his entire family getting slaughtered. Being alone, and just traumatized, just everything under the sun. Are there enemy javelins? No. Okay. Also, I should mention the side goal for this map is to beat it with everyone staying alive, which I guess means we can kill these guys off, because they'll probably just retreat. But yeah, they are not to be killed if we want the prize. I mean, whether I get it or not, I'm still going to be covering the weapons that we get, but those are the stipulations to receive them, and they are a one-time use only. Okay. I see. So we got Slade moving into. Whenever he gets here, things are gonna get nasty. I'm still worried about the mage. The mage is my biggest fear on the map, honestly. And it currently, excuse me, it currently cannot reach anything. So you have 8 defense, 7 speed. So we're gonna be doubling everything. But oh, very much so. I just want to make sure that I have the tile and the enemy does not. That is the main thing I want to focus on. So end the turn. Nice. Okay. So the mage is here. Okay. Now I can fire on the mage. Take it down to 15 or oof. Okay. So, I mean, it's only a fire, but no. I don't know, man. 8 res. This is Clive we're talking about. The no res person. We got 5 there, 5, 2, 1, 8, 4, 10. Okay. I want to back away a bit with Fernand. I'm gonna move Clive to this side to finish that Cavalier off. And move Matilda down here because of the mage. She has the stats to withstand this no problem.
For Zofia!
As for the let's see. Ooh, okay, Lucas can't. Alright. He does have 9 defense, so yes, I'll be giving the guy tile. Well, take him down to 8. Can you do 8 damage? No. You do 6. Okay. I guess I'm not gonna really have a choice but to give him some tile. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire on this guy. Yes, we have 62 accuracy, but I'd rather go for the low accuracy. Here we go. With the high results of damage. Okay, I'm not gonna move Claire. She's very frail. Okay. Hell yes, Python. Good job. Good job. We have archers running up, which we just gotta make sure Claire is not in range of archers. And that's really it. Like, I could double back. There's 6 turns, or we're on turn 6, and it's defend for 9 turns. So I could double back and be completely fine, because Slade is coming in. Slade is the next real threat. And that's only because he has 19, or not 19, oh my god, if he had 19, he has 13 attack. So, I'm going to go ahead and... See, the main problem is letting them in this far, right? Allows them to get tiles, which I don't really like. So maybe I should just hold my ground. You know, I mean, I started moving people back. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. So let's see here. If I think I might have already kind of screwed up. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I can... Okay. Well, 56. Okay. We landed 1. There we go. I'm gonna put Clive here. Move Lucas and Forsyth over here. And I'm just gonna hold still here. Next turn, I'm probably gonna back away with everyone.
The proud kingdom you rebels sing of fell long ago. You just failed to notice. Now vacate that throne!
Okay, yeah, I do like no damage to him. But I believe I can just sit here, hold it off. Because there's no mages coming in, right? I mean, I hold it off. He has how much speed? 9. So... Maybe I think I will actually have to back all the way up. The biggest problem with that is Forsyth and Lucas. Because that means Matilda will be able to be surrounded. Definitely don't like that. But you have 8 movements, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should be fine with coming over here, killing this guy with Clive. And then I could put Fernand here, do a little bit of chip damage, do nothing because we miss. Dried meat is 20. Okay, I don't want to preemptively use that. That's pretty powerful whenever we have 24 HP. So I am going to just... I'm going to come over here in hopes that I get some support bonus, that I'm close enough. End the turn. Okay. Ooh, okay. I was like, archers... Okay. More mages, that's fine. Now we back away. Now we back all the way back. We get out of range of pretty much everything. Fernand there. I want Matilda to be right there. So I'm gonna put Clive. No? Actually, I'm gonna move Python back there, move Clive here so we can start healing. Matilda here, and I will go ahead and use the dried meat. Okay, there's 1 dodge, 2 dodge. Didn't dodge that. But they ain't getting anywhere. Like, is there a way for me to kill Slade by chance? Is that... I would have to crit him. I think that's the only way. Because I can... Where... Oh, Python doesn't have any... bonuses with anyone? Oh, wait. He does. Oh, okay. So if we move here... No. Move you there. You there. Okay. There's a little bit. So that takes him to 13. This will take him to 12. I just want to see how much damage I can dish out the Slade. And maybe we'll luck out and crit kill him. Who knows? The archers do kind of worry me, so maybe I shouldn't try and do too much. So yeah, okay. I'm thinking, yeah, the only way to kill him is to crit him. I'm gonna kill this guy.
Train harder.
And I could move Clive out here, right? And then Arts. Tempest Lance kills him. Armor Crush also kills him. Armor Crush is 5. Tempest Lance is 5. Either one looks like it will do the trick. Tempest Lance. I probably shouldn't. Like, really, though? Okay, I'm gonna Javelin. Okay, lands. Didn't get the crit. Okay, so I either land this, killing him, or he might hit me in return twice. But it might also just be better to go for the 5 HP drop. Have the 85 hit rate. You know what, we're gonna go with that. I want him dead. I want to know what's gonna happen.
A shit. You wretched! Why do you cling to life when every one of you is already dead?
Okay. So with that, Claire is in. Fuck. They don't have anti-flyer. Claire might be fine. We're gonna find out the hard way because I got greedy and I wanted to know what would happen. But it's looking like the archers go first, so we're good. Yeah, Clive didn't kill that guy, so they cannot reach me. That is defending for 9 turns. And I believe that is battle complete. So very easy. Very, very easy compared to all the other ones. The first 2 were like an artificial difficulty almost because of RNG. The third one was a nice challenge. I really, really enjoyed the third one. This one, I enjoyed defense, but it wasn't a challenging defense. But there we have it. Battle complete.
Damn these rebel dogs! They should have broken by now! Instead, they've decimated the troops Chancellor Desai entrusted to me. Now where the blasted hell are the rest of the men?
Sir Slade, the reinforcements have arrived.
About bloody time. Now we bury these worms for good and all. I will see them perish with agony and despair writ large upon their faces.
The enemy has ceased their attack. We've worn them down, it seems. Well done, everyone. If they're wise, they will withdraw and regroup.
No, Clive. Look!
Reinforcements? Damn. They were revealing their whole hand.
It's worse than that, Clive. Look closer. Look at the banners.
Those are Regalian soldiers. Desai has sold out his own kingdom.
Listen close, rebels! Even oafs such as you are clever enough to know what these banners mean. In the name of the Kingdom of Zofia, Chancellor Desai has secured an alliance with the Regalian Empire. Do you understand me now? Shall I spell it out with small words? Regel has formally acknowledged that the Chancellor is Zofia's true ruler. That means there's no one left to legitimize your pathetic little band. Now, relinquish the castle!
That dastard son of a milkless sow! Did regicide truly not sate his appetite? We should have seen this coming!
Well, Clive, this is a sorry spot. Our soldiers are already weary from battle, while Regel's reinforcements appear to be fresh as daisies, which means our choices are to surrender and be put to the sword, or make our stand and fight against hopeless odds to the last man. Make what decision you will. Either outcome is the same to me.
Fernand, listen to yourself!
No, Claire. It's over. But I swear to you this. Clive, Matilda, and myself will parley with Slade. We will offer our lives in exchange for your safety. Although you may prefer death to whatever life they give you.
Are you mad? I don't want any of us to die.
Especially not me. I mean, since we're all being honest.
Can't you muster even a little class in your final hour? We are the Deliverance. So long as we still draw breath, we will fight.
It's a waste of breath to fight a battle you can't win. What we really need is an escape plan. Mayhap we start thinking about that?
I agree with Python.
Lucas, not you! I thought you were... Wait, hold on, is this why you asked us to... Oh!
Clive, is it time?
I assumed Desai was still a noble, still a knight. I assumed there was a line even he would not cross. But I see now I was a fool to place trust in such a man.
You're no fool. It is never folly to believe in the underlying goodness of people. Those are the ideals that make Zofia a kingdom worth fighting for. But to preserve those ideals, we must compromise on others.
Do as you must.
I would have your answer, rebels! Do not be frightened now. Good Sir Slade is a man of mercy. Grovel on the ground before me, and I may yet spare your lives. Just so long as you are prepared to live out your lives as slaves.
Wait, up there! Sir Slade, something is happening! Look to the ramparts!
Don't interrupt me in the middle of my speech, idiot! I was just getting to... What? No, it can't be. Ugh. Those are the Regalians who were living in the city. But that's impossible. I warned them of the siege myself.
Do you understand now, Slade? Or shall I use small words? The Deliverance has rounded up every last Regalian in Zofia. It seems you told them to escape. A sensible tactic, of course. It wouldn't do to anger a new ally by putting their people in danger. But did you really think we wouldn't notice them scurrying away like rats? A mass exodus of Regalians is rather easy to spot. I do wonder how you managed to get word to them, but it matters little now. Clearly, it would be unwise for the Deliverance to stay here in the castle. So we shall hand it over to you, just as you asked. However, you and your men are going to grant us safe passage. That is the bargain. If you do not keep this bargain, we will behead every last Regalian in our care. Do you agree to our terms?
Those dastards! I'd say kill them all and let the Regalians hang, but I can't risk Rudolph's ire. Damn that Clive to hell! I thought he had honor. But again, he thwarts me just as I'm about to put him in his place. One day, I will choke the very life from him and all of his followers. I swear it!
Clive? Brother?
Leave him be, Claire. The stone of that castle was half of what held up his pride. Now it's gone. As a knight and leader of the Deliverance, he is wounded. And even I don't know how gravely.
I too am wounded, Lady Matilda. What if that was the last time we ever walk the castle halls? I can't bear to think that the only way to return there is in memory.
All of us are hurting, Claire. All of us.
At times like this, I feel like such an outsider.
Welcome to Python's world. But forget that. I'm still all a-quiver from watching Lucas's performance. He's so down to earth that I keep thinking he's one of us. But pulling a stunt like that takes true knightly courage.
I'll say. Perhaps such a disposition is something one is simply born into.
Uh-oh, did I touch a nerve? Look, I know you want to be a knight, but it ain't gonna happen. You should just make peace with the idea like I have.
I will do no such thing! I know what I'm capable of. I will be a knight, Python. Just you watch.
Mercy, brave Sir Forsyth, mercy! I shouldn't have said anything. Besides, even without a king to anoint you in a castle to serve in, you already have a magnificent knightly future ahead of you.
Well, yes, I'm glad you... Gods, I hate you sometimes.
Explain yourself, Lucas.
Forgive me, Fernand, but I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Don't play daft. Why didn't you tell me about the Regalians sneaking out of the city? Do you fancy yourself Clive's new confidant now?
No. I simply surmised that the plan was more likely to succeed if few knew of it. This is why I didn't tell Matilda, and you don't see her shouting about it.
Have you no shame? Taking hostages like some barbarian. You've dragged the Deliverance's name through the mud with your actions. Is that what they teach bumpkin boys in lieu of honor? Ha! You're a disgrace.
I thought we were fighting for something greater than appearances. And while I understand your concerns, and perhaps even share them, I would kindly ask you control your emotions and look at the bigger...
Still your tongue or I'll tear it free!
Clive sanctioned these measures. Do you question him? Now excuse me, Fernand. I have a report to make. We should begin by seeking refuge in the shrine to the southwest. The hideout our expeditionary teams use should still be well supplied. Clive, are you listening?
Yes, of course. Apologies, Lucas. Once again, my burdens have become yours to bear.
And I take them up gladly. Just promise that your melancholy will vanish with the dawn. On the morrow, we must begin devising a strategy to retake the castle.
Lucas.
Yes?
I feel as though I am only just now truly getting to know you. To be blunt, I assumed you joined the Deliverance on your brother's orders. That you were forced to enlist.
You have the right of it. This is not the path I chose. But I have no home to return to, so I intend to see where the path leads. Do not mistake me for a man who needs pity. If I die along a road I never chose, then so be it. I will still die with pride and not regret. I have sworn you my lance, and it will not waver.
I know, Lucas.
There is righteousness in your heart, Clive. A strain of it that I lack. I believe this righteousness is the light that will save Zofia. There are many who believe what I believe, and we look to you now. So when you have finished mourning your past, leave it behind.
I shall try. Thank you, Lucas. I will be all right. But...
What is it?
You said light. It reminded me of the hero in the prophecy.
What, that old children's tale?
The very same. When darkness envelops the world, a hero shall come to smite all evil. Where is that hero now, I wonder?
I see your point. The world has never been darker. What do you imagine our hero is doing at this very moment?
Sleeping, if he's wiser than us. But until he appears, we shall just have to keep crawling through the mud, fighting however many mindless battles it takes to prevail. Come, let us press on to the shrine and determine our next move.
Lead the way, my friend.
Wow. For a second there, I thought I was going to eat my words, like saying, wow, that was really easy. I thought it was gassing me up for a double map. Like, I thought I had to escape the map now. I was like, oh no. Oh no, here comes the suffering. But no. Hostages. I like that. That is something that's like a gray morality area. Like, the good guys using hostages to get their way. I would love to see more of that in Fire Emblem. That was really cool. I loved the story of this. Oh my god, it was so good. But we got the Clive's Lance and Lucas's Shield. Go ahead and throw out some raw meat. And those are the two weapons / items, because one of them is a shield. Those are the two things you get for completing the map with all your allies staying alive. In addition to unlocking supports, which is just for clearing it. That's not a one-time thing. Very enjoyable map. Very enjoyable map. Let me go ahead and save. So first up, we got Clive's Lance, which is a 5 might, 1 range, 80 hit, 2 weight lance with 3 weapon arts. It's got Wrath Strike, which costs 1 HP, adds 5 might and 10 hit, and that is it. Nothing else special to it. Armor Crush, which costs 4 HP, adds 4 might and 10 hit, and deals effective damage versus armored enemies. And has Lunge, which costs 3 HP, and adds 2 might and 20 hit, and it adds 10% or plus 10 crit and swaps place with enemy after combat. Now, to fully forge Clive's Lance, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. 370 silver marks and 3 gold marks for plus 8 might and plus 10 hit. Looks pretty lethal, but that's a lot of marks to fully forge it when there are better options. Yes, you get a very nice variety of weapon arts, which is a pretty common theme with all of this DLC's weapons. But you can just outdo this with better things. You don't without the weapon arts. So, cool weapon, very expensive to make good. And next up, we have Lucas's Shield, which is a 5 defense, 0 res, 3 weight shield. Pretty standard. I think it's the same stats as a steel shield. I could be wrong on that. But it has 3 weapon arts, which is pretty solid for a shield, actually. With Swap and Shove. Both really nice, very handy tools. Swap, of course, swaps places with an adjacent ally. Shove pushes an adjacent ally forward 1 square, neither of which costs any HP to use. And Defensive, which costs 1 HP to use, which lets you receive 5 less damage from physical attacks. This is probably, and I mean, in my opinion, this is the best item from the entire Rise of the Deliverance pack. 3 weight, not great, I mean, but it's not terrible for all of the options you get, because normally you would have only swap or only shove or only defensive. This one gives you all 3 in one, so you can have some very nice movement options So this is actually a very, very solid item to have. And that's going to do it. So, covered both weapons. And all that is left is the supports that I will tack on to the end of this. A lot of story, very, very enjoyable. Is it worth the money, this entire pack? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Like I said, this, in one of them, this is a $13 US DLC pack to buy all 4 maps. And each map individually is $4. So you are saving some by buying the pack. But I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't advise anyone to buy it. I don't think the weapons and the items you get are worthwhile. They cost a whole lot to forge. And the maps themselves, the last one was kind of a cakewalk. The third one, the Flight from the Ruins, was very, very enjoyable. And the first 2 were anti-fun. But all of the dialogue is very, very nice. The dialogue is very enjoyable. It really builds even more on top of these characters that you've already formed bonds with. Well, maybe you're doing this in the middle, so maybe you don't have that full bond yet, but it'll supplement and help you, bond with that character more. So that part of it is really cool. Overall, I still don't think it's worth the price point. But it was a fun thing to play through nonetheless. But that also wraps up just Shadows of Valentia entirely on the channel, as well as just the DLC. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all of this. I really appreciate all the support. And speaking of supports, I will leave you with the 2 supports between, who was it? Clive and Forsyth, and Clive and Python. So again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you all later. Enjoy.
Wait, is that him? It is! Sir Clive! Sir Clive!
Ah, Forsyth, how fare you?
Never better, sir. I could take on a whole army, so I could. Just watch as I secure us a grand victory in your name, sir.
Splendid. But while I appreciate your enthusiasm, I have a small request. Please do not run headlong into the enemy's ranks again. How many times now have we had to save you because you got separated?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I will strive to do better, sir. And if I fail to learn my lesson, then I am prepared to die a warrior's death for my mistakes.
Let us hope it does not come to that. You know, you have tremendous talent, Forsyth, but you are far too tense. Perhaps you should attempt to loosen up.
Loosen up, sir? All right, sir. I'll work on that right away. Just watch how loose I can be.
Perhaps I am wasting my time. Ah, Forsyth, you're in fine form today.
Sir Clive, never fear. I intend to slay as many foes as possible in your good name. Long live the Deliverance, and 3 huzzahs for Sir Clive!
Yes, very good. Listen, Forsyth. I couldn't help but eavesdrop when you and Python were talking. You do know that you can speak to me the same as you do him, yes?
Forgive me, sir, but I'm not certain that I grasp your meaning.
With Python, you open up and speak your mind. You're friendly, relaxed. That's what I meant when I said you can loosen up. Just treat me the same as you would Python.
Exactly the same, sir?
All right. Never mind then.
Sir Clive?
Forsyth, what's wrong? You look distressed. What happened to your usual vim and vigor?
I'm sorry, sir. I tried to do as you said. And I mean, I tried everything. But I just can't seem to make it work.
What are you talking about?
You know, being loose. You asked me to treat you the same way as I do Python, remember? But the only way I could do it was to treat Python with more respect. And the filthy things that man says. We ended up coming to blows. Lucas had to step in and pull us apart. How can I ever treat him like you?
I think you may have approached the problem the wrong way.
Sir Clive, why can't things just stay the way they are? You're the land's finest knight, a symbol of everything I've ever admired. And I know this is strange considering how long we fought together, But I still get excited every time I have a chance to speak with you. If I seem tense or get carried away, it's probably because of that. Do you know what I mean?
Ah, now we're getting somewhere.
We are?
You're finally starting to open up. Just don't overthink it, all right? Also, I assure you that I am not worthy of such levels of admiration. You've seen all the terrible mistakes I've made. I feel guilty being put on anyone's pedestal.
Nonsense, sir. True, losing Zofia Castle was a blow, and we've seen our share of failures. But I've watched you closely. Every time, you picked yourself up, dusted yourself off, and kept going. You're the reason we all still have hope. I want to put you on my pedestal. I want you pedestaled. Because it's my faith in you that gives me the courage to fight without fear. I know Alm may be our leader now, but you're still the banner we look to. You should remember that, sir.
I shall. Thank you, Forsyth. And forgive me for asking you to change who you are. I realize now that you're already the sort of man the Deliverance needs.
You mean it, sir? Oh, thank you. You honor me.
Is the battle over yet? This is exhausting. Just get me as far away from the front lines as possible.
Python.
Yes! Yes?
Why the surprise? I just wanted to see how you were faring.
Oh, well, I suppose I've had better days. Sir?
Honesty always was your finest trait. Still, now that Alm has assumed leadership, we've many new recruits. They're inexperienced, and even frightened in many cases. Such men look to you, and it would behoove you to set a better example.
Begging your pardon, but I ain't so sure that's a good idea. Folks already got you and Forsyth and Lucas for role models if they want them. If old Python starts acting all hoity-toity, they'll have no one approachable left. Someone around here has to stay on their level.
I understand, but this is an army. We must also teach them discipline.
You won't get discipline if you don't create a welcoming atmosphere.
And you don't think we have that now?
Well, I didn't say that, sir. But truth is, it's not always easy for everyone to find his or her place here.
I see. Ah, Python, I'm glad I found you.
Something wrong?
I must confess, our last discussion has been weighing on me quite heavily. I seek to close the rift between the Deliverance's nobles and commoners. But there are days when it seems to only grow wider. Have I not endeavored to treat those of low birth fairly? I always thought to reward my men based on merit, not station. And yet you believe that some still struggle to fit in.
Well, you won't win any points by using terms like low birth, sir. You make it sound like it's our privilege to be elevated to your level. Like, if we don't have your station, then all we really have are our merits.
I never meant to slight you, Python. Nor anyone else.
Yeah, I know that. And anyway, you didn't create the order of the world. It ain't your fault. But, respectfully and all, you might want to stop preaching understanding. You can't understand us. Not really. Your life is just very different.
You're right. I've never had to worry about starving or freezing to death. I have never had to face the same indignities or despair as you. Yet in trying to champion those causes, perhaps I have become a hypocrite.
Don't flog yourself about it. Lots of commoners want a champion like you. Hell, Forsyth practically walks behind you tossing out rose petals. But some of us common folk just aren't ever gonna relate to you, so... You know what? What do I know? Forget I said anything, sir.
Python, wait. Python.
Sir Clive, your spirits lifted yet? Sorry for running my mouth, by the way. After our last heart-to-heart, everyone blamed me for putting you out of sorts. Claire practically had me at lance point. Wait, not practically, literally. Anyway, if you could tell him to let up on poor Python, I'd appreciate it.
I apologize for what you went through, especially that lance business. It took me some time to come to grips with all you told me. Would you hear me out?
All right.
Python, I believe in structure. There should be a king and a nobility, and beneath them, common people. That is the structure I was born into. And, to be blunt, I still believe it is the structure a kingdom needs to survive. So I apologize if that does not sit well with you. But I can believe all that, and still have tremendous respect for you. I mean what I say, Python. Noble or common, any man who fights at my side is my ally and friend. I just wanted you to know that.
I really got your silk stockings in a bunch, didn't I? Well, so long as we're leveling with each other, I think you're dead wrong. Nobles living fancy while the people starve ain't structure. It's privilege. And I hate any man who looks down on me because of it. Now, does that mean I hate you? No. You may not be my favorite person in all the land, but...
Clearly not.
Touché. Well, let's just agree to disagree on this point, huh? You may not know what it is to starve or freeze, but you still put your life and livelihood at risk for the sake of others. That's enough to win my respect. I mean, it's sure as hell something you'll never catch me doing. So even if you don't have my undying affection, rest assured that you have my bow, at least until this mess is over.
This gladdens me, Python. Thank you. I cannot say what waits for us at the end of all this, but I hope that we will secure better lives for noble and commoner alike. So please, keep fighting. If not for me, then for Alm.
I said I would already, didn't I? Whatever. You got it, sir.